Hello guys, this video is going to be about the autosomal DNA predicted phenotype traits and GT match results of a Proto-Hittite. Now, there is no Proto-Hittite reference group on illustrative DNA, but there is a reference group for Hittites. This is kind of what they were like. They were most similar to Cypriot Greeks, followed by various Anatolian Greeks. And pay attention to the sample MA2213 here. This video is not about MA2200, but it's about MA2213, which is a different culture that preceded the Hittites. Actually, it came about a millennia before the Hittites were a thing. So it's a Proto-Hittite. It's not a Hittite. It's something that preceded Hittites in Anatolia. And you're going to see its results with GED match. We're going to find out, does he have Indo-European ancestry? Actually, it's a female, so what she looked like, and her traits. Let's get into the video. So this is what she's predicted to look like. With my NOSHACOT, she's predicted to have brown color eyes, Greek-shaped nose, and black hair. So Greek nose just means kind of aquiline, long and narrow nose shape. With hair ID, she's actually predicted to have curly or wavy hair, and definitely not straight or kinky hair. It was a pretty good prediction. It was like 25 or 30 different variants, so yeah, definitely a very reliable prediction. With snipper free, she's predicted to have actually green or hazel eyes, which is kind of interesting. Intermediate color skin and black hair. She had BEH1 blue eye haplotype 1, but no BEH2 and no BEH4. So how she managed to get predicted with green or hazel eyes with snipper free without having BEH2 is beyond me. I don't understand this, how that happened, but she did. She's definitely got white skin based on her genotype in Keto G. And she's got some exotic genotypes in SLC45A2 that make her more likely to have non-European darker skin tone. She doesn't have the European no-go learner mutation in ZRD2, so higher odds of schizophrenia, more dopamine D2 receptors. Not even necessarily a bad thing. I don't think more dopamine D2 receptors and not being a no-go learner is bad. It's definitely got some advantages that you can gain from this. She's got the warrior genotype in COMT, which means quicker dopamine reuptake, less dopamine in the system. Once again, nothing bad about this, but she does have the sociopath gene in OXTR, which is kind of, maybe not bad for the individual, but definitely unpleasant for everyone around them. She does not have the derived EDAR, no East Asian facial traits, no shovel-shaped incisors, no epicanthic folds, and she doesn't really have any East Eurasian ancestry on GD match either. She does have the European mutation that protects against myopia. I call it the European mutation, but it's sort of global, like everybody worldwide has it, not just Europeans. It just happens to peak in Europeans. And she does not have the European mutation for lactose persistence. Now this one is a very European, only Europeans have this mutation, so she doesn't have it because she's not a European. And this is what she scores for polygenic traits for bipolar disorder. Now I did some research because I was curious for this result. It's a very crazy result. If we take this at face value, that means she definitely had this illness, because only like 2% of people have this illness, and she's like top 0.2%, so she definitely has it. Now, CodeGen does use GWAS for its associations. It does not take associations from SNPedia. It uses data from GWAS, genome-wide association studies, so it is actually more legit. It's a legit score, it's a legit result. And it's just so surprising, because it would definitely suck to have like asthma, as you can see here, or bipolar in this time period when they did not have any of the medicines that treat these kinds of illnesses, like antipsychotics were not a thing back then. So if we take this result at face value, then this pretty much means that this woman that this video is about was disabled. Like, she was probably like the village idiot, or people thought that she had some kind of... People probably ostracized her, people probably made fun of her. I mean, I can't imagine her living a normal life with bipolar in this time period without like antipsychotic meds that help with this kind of issue. This is what she scores with Euroginski 13, and unfortunately this result doesn't really answer the question we are asking ourselves, which is, does she have Indo-European ancestry? With the Oracle, she's closest to Cypriots, which do have Indo-European ancestry a little bit, but it could be, you could be close to Cypriots without having any, so you can't really tell for sure just by looking at this result. However, this result with MDLPK16 is very telling, because here she's scoring 7% step and also 2.6% Northeast European, which if you score this, that means you do have Indo-European. She does have Indo-European ancestry. She is closest to Cypriots here too, but this time we know for a fact, excuse me, this time we know for a fact that she's got Indo-European ancestry, and she's not just close to Cypriots just because. This is what she scores with Harappa World. You can see she is scoring 4% Northeast European. Once again, this is from Indo-European admixture. She is closest to Cypriots with the Oracle, followed by various Lebanese people, but she's, Cypriots do have Indo-European admixture, and she's closest to Cypriots, which means she does also have Indo-European admixture. With PUN DNA LK10, this is what she scores. She's scoring 12% European hunter-gatherer. Here VHG stands for all European hunter-gatherers. She's once again closest to the Cypriots, followed by Lebanese, but you can actually model her as a mixture of Lebanese plus various Northern Europeans. So yes, this Indo-European admixture, relative to the Lebanese, she's got around 12 or 10% Northern European-like shift, 12 or 10% Indo-European-like admixture. This is what she scores with Ancient Eurasic A6, and for an early Bronze Age Turk, this is a lot of West European hunter-gatherer to score. She's actually getting modeled as a mixture of Levant Bronze Age plus Steppe Middle-Late Bronze Age, so yeah, definitely had a lot of Yamna-like admixture relative to the Levant people. With Gedrosia K3, she's scoring 91% West Eurasian, so a lot of modern West Eurasian, modern Caucasian drift. It's a very modern individual. She's from the Bronze Age, and at this time, people were pretty much already the same as we are today. Like, a lot of people wonder, why do Neanderthals from Europe score like overwhelmingly sub-Saharan African? Well, that's because they don't have European, they don't have Caucasoid drift, but this individual, she's from the Bronze Age. She's already living in a time where the European/Caucasoid drift already existed, when the European/Caucasoid race already was a thing. It was not a thing in the time of the Neanderthals, right? So that's why the Neanderthals don't score any of it. It's just explaining it in simple terms, right? And this is why, if you watch my other videos, this is why it's so bizarre to me that like Baboon and Macaca was scoring European stuff with GED match, because it's a monkey. Like, how can the monkey have this kind of modern European shift? Well, now thank you guys for watching until the end. Leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. You can download the raw data file for this sample in 23andMe format from link which is in the description. Goodbye.